guys, this is your girl Jermaine.
I'm Jessica.
And we are Ascended Queens. What's up? Welcome to our YouTube channel.
Yes, big thing, a big thing, a big thing, a big thing. I was kind of a jam for a second. Okay.
I don't even know what it is that you're singing or whatever, which it's fine. I love you, but I don't know. So, you guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are Ascended Queens. I am Jermaine, this is Jessica, and we have a podcast that is basically every single week we talk about spirituality, being two Black women. We're also queer, we're lesbians, and we just go off, and it's super amazing. And so we are expanding into the YouTube world, and we're so excited to be here. We're so excited to expand our knowledge into a different platform.
Yes, definitely. As creative beings, like we literally hit every box you just mentioned, which is like, it's beautiful now. Like at one point it was like, you're a woman, you're Black, you're gay, you're the bottom of the barrel. But we definitely uplift every single one of those boxes. We identify as just love in action.
Yes, and we are multifaceted beings that are dope as shit. Let's be real. You know? Okay, so to explain a little bit about who we are, obviously, like I said, Ascended Queens is a podcast that focuses on spirituality, but we also talk about being queer, we talk about life, we talk about everything in between, dating, sex, you name it, okay? And so the purpose of this YouTube channel is basically just to let you guys get to know us a little bit more. We're gonna have some interactive things going on so you can see our beautiful faces and just get to know me and Jessica. So I guess, Jess, if you can introduce yourself and let the YouTube world know who you are, what you're all about, and I guess what you love about being an Ascended Queen.
Ooh, that was a lot. So I'm Jessica. I walk in a spiritual way, just always have. So I was called to do a podcast years ago, like 2011, 12, called Ascended Radio, which was just really about helping people to navigate and reach a level of ascension, self-awareness, self-healing, and all of that, because it was being given to me. So I felt like I had enough to overflow outward and give it away to other people. I'm also a real estate agent. I've done the news at KPFK for This Way Out, which is an international LGBTQ IA in some countries news magazine. I do a lot of creative stuff. I write, create. We're getting into some fashion.
Yes.
So I'm just an all around silly, calm, sweet human being on a mission to bring light to the planet.
Calm and sweet for now, but y'all will get to know her. She's ratchet as shit, so don't let all this cute, calm, zen, Buddha, Jess, here I am, fool you. She's a Pisces, and like I said on our last episode, if you guys are not familiar with our podcast, please go check that out. We are at Ascended Queens. Any listening platform that you can think of that podcasts are available, y'all can check that out. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Jessica's a Pisces, and you know how Pisces are. Basically, the depiction of a Pisces is one fish is going this way, the other one's going this way. You kind of never know what's happening with them at this point. It's like, oh Lord, what's she doing now?
I mean, you never know what you're gonna get with me. Also, a little bit of masculine, a little bit of feminine. I got both going on. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. And I guess it's my turn now. I am Jermaine Nichols.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say thank y'all so much for being here. I'm so excited about this, honestly. But I'm Jermaine Nichols. My day job is a plus size model. If you don't know what that is, then that's okay. You'll figure it out. So I'm a plus size model. I also am a blogger, a recent self-taught photographer. What the hell else do I do? I'm half of Ascended Queens. I write. I'm dope. I don't know. I'm just a multifaceted being who just absolutely loves any and everything. And so I love to tap into pretty much any and everything that comes up for me in terms of my gifts. I've been a makeup artist. I'm a model now. Modeling is great. It's been great. I get to travel all over the place. I love it. Blogging is amazing because I write. I'm more of a traditional blogger in the sense, not this vlogger. I guess I'm a blogger now too. I'm also a cook too. So if you go on my Instagram, I have some recipes and stuff. Also on my blog as well, some recipes if y'all are into some vegetarian or vegan cooking. Um, yeah, I just literally love everything. So pretty much any and everything that comes to my mind that I want to dive into, I pretty much do. So that's who I am. And I love Ascended Queens. Ascended Queens is like our baby. We've been doing it for the last year, and it has been so much fun with this girl right here because I swear I wouldn't be doing this with anyone else. I feel like Ascended Queens to me is obviously we talk about ascension, we talk about spirituality, we talk about tapping into yourself, we talk about being queer, and I think that those are super important things that the world just needs right now. And why not coming from two amazing, grounded, spiritual beings who just so happen to be Black, who just so happen to be queer. You know what I'm saying? So you get it all in one swoop.
Yeah. And we even
Yes.
talk about what identities even are and if we should accept the ones that we're taking on. I mean, we get deep, but we put some stank on it, if you will.
Yes. Okay. So I guess since the listeners or the viewers, I'm saying listeners, like they can hear me, but they can also see me now too. Since they know a little bit about us, tell them how this year has been for you.
Ooh, now they can see my full facial expression.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a doozy. I mean, like we've said, we had a certain expectation of how this year was going to go. It definitely did not go the way we thought in any way, shape, or form. It stretched us. It stretched me beyond anything I thought I would have to experience. Lost my brother in July to cancer. So it's definitely had me have to step all the way up and really use all the tools that we talk about and that we give to you guys to be able to, number one, provide healing for myself so that I can hold space for the planet. Because as soon as all this shit happened, as soon as all this stuff happened, I went into a mode of like, okay, we know what this is. Hold space for high vibration, love as much as you can, be in peace. Don't, engage too much in the outside world and this fear mongering. So, I mean, it's been trying, but I'm still hopeful and I'm still excited and I'm still on the side of the light and I'm still here and determined and committed to raising the vibration on the planet and to making sure that everybody that wants to awaken and who wants to tap into their higher selves and learn tools that can help them navigate through life in a way that makes them live their highest good and their highest purpose, gives themselves a reason for being here. Because if you don't give yourself a reason for being here, you will cease to exist. Your vibration, your imprint, your signal that you send back to the source has to be one that says, I want to be here.
Yes.
So in every day of your life, like, how are you saying that I want to be here? I want to be alive. I want to engage. I want to leave a lasting impression on the grocery store worker, on the person outside taking the trash. You know what I mean? Like in every single way, I try to bring God into every interaction that I get to have. It's when we interact with one another, especially now, if you're still in a state of negativity or low vibration and judgment and this type of energy, because the universe is not playing. Time is up for the bullshit, for judgment, for the inconsistencies, for taking advantage of people, for being unconscientious to other people. Like, be the best version of you now, whatever that looks like, even if it's not Buddha or Moses on a mountain. Like, even if the best version of you is just smiling at a person as they're passing by, that's the energy that I definitely want to see, harness, and to bring to the planet.
Yes. So, full love, full gratitude with all of that. That is absolutely amazing, girl. I don't necessarily have the philosophical version of that. So as y'all can see, Jessica is definitely more of the Zen of the two of us. Jermaine is a little more ratchet.
She's just direct, y'all. She's direct.
I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get all up in that ass. And it's okay because she corrects herself and I just say it and I don't give a shit. So it's okay. Fine. But I will say, I guess this year for me has been completely and utterly nothing that I ever thought it was going to be at all whatsoever. Like, I started this year, obviously, on a high. If you guys go and listen to, I was going to say watch, but listen. If you go and listen to our podcast, yeah, like, I was on a high. I thought I was going to be doing all these different things and traveling the world because I had these amazing trips planned and I was super excited about that. I really wanted, I mean, on my vision board, or not vision board, so I'm really not a vision board person. Like, I'm more of a manifestation list. And I guess we'll tap back into that at a certain point. If you want to know more about that, we've definitely talked about it on our podcast, but in this YouTube world space, we will definitely go into that as well. Yeah, like, I'm more of a manifestation list. On that list, I think I put, like, you know, meet the love of my life or some shit. And when I tell y'all none of this shit happened at all, I was like, oh no. Yeah, when full Corona shutdown happened, I was like, okay, how can I not lose my shit every single day? What can I do? So I had to start tapping into pretty much any and everything that I thought I ever knew. It's definitely made me a better cook. Like, I love cooking. That is definitely something that's always been a part of me, but it's definitely made me a better cook. I think my chef skills are like times 12. And yeah, like, not just that, I tapped into some other things. Like, not obviously, but I've been in the fashion, entertainment, I don't know what you want to call it, industry for quite some time. And like I said, I was on the makeup artist side and now I'm a model. And so I've tapped into becoming a photographer. Like, I fell in love with photography. Like, I had this camera that I purchased like a couple years ago and I had every intent to use it for my blog, but not just my blog, but I wanted to use it for our podcast or just whatever random things that I needed to shoot for myself. It wasn't really like for the purpose of actually being a photographer. It was more of like a self project type of thing. And I literally said to myself, I'm like, all right, I got time on my hands. What am I going to do with myself? So I started taking classes and I took some photography classes and it literally turned into me taking images and pictures of products. And I fell in love with products because the only subject I had was either my cat or the vast amounts of skincare or alcohol bottles that I have here in my house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an alcoholic, but you know, I'm just saying I got a wine bottle, I can shoot it. You know what I'm saying? So you work with what you got. And although this year has not been what I wanted it to be at all whatsoever, I'm still very much single. And that's okay. But it has been everything that I've ever needed. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of it bringing out talents of mine that I never thought I had, it bringing out knowing myself on a deeper level, diving into my relationship more with spirit. And I just feel like it has totally made me an all-around better human being, you know? Even though it's been tough, it's been challenging. I've also lost people this year too. I've also gone through financial hardships myself, worry, anxiety, stress, you name it. I've been through all of it this year, just like everyone else. We are human too. And one of the biggest things that I always love to say is that we're all human. You know what I mean? We are all having a human experience. And even Jess said this on the podcast, it was like, this year has definitely been the great equalizer, you know? And so obviously, as you see, like with coronavirus and everything that's going on, it's like no one is unaffected. We're all affected by this. And the thing is we can come together. You know, I think that is the beautiful thing, is that we some of us are coming together, but we are all mostly coming together for the greater good, because realistically we're realizing like, yo, we're all on this planet together. And I'm hoping that this will help us dive into a better world, a better environment for not just ourselves, but for everyone else too, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have to be a society that gets back into balance. Like we've gotten so far out of balance and so far into hatred and judgment and separation that allows us to justify wars against other people where we're literally killing people, and that's
So
become
crazy.
okay and normal and such an odd thing, you know what I mean? Like, nah, we should really say no to those things. And I feel like we're the generation that's gonna do it, or at least plant the seed for the next generation that does. And that's why another reason we're doing the show. Like, we don't want to leave this earth exactly how we found it. Like, we want to leave a mark and to assist humanity in being able to climb out of the dark ages, which we are. I totally sense that energetically that we're turning a tide, and that a lot of us, we talk about ascension, but a lot of us, to me, part of ascension is proactively participating in your spiritual growth,
Yes.
and at an accelerated rate. And so the universe should put the masses of people that did not individually um, elect to participate in ascension on their own. They were thrown in, like kicking, screaming, all of the shadow aspects, all of the tower moments at one time. Whereas yourself and myself, we were kind of like, hey, I'm gonna walk this path, and whatever, I want to uncover everything about myself, the good, the bad, the ugly. Now all the ugly, the chaos is happening now for the masses at a heightened level,
Yeah.
because they're all going through it at the same time. So I think for people like you and I, it's nice that we can hold space and then we can say, okay, this is a type of dark night of the soul. This is a confrontation of from spirit to physical. These are things that have not ever been healed. If you talk about racism, sexism, I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm just saying.
Hey, it's okay.
You know,
That all literally brings me to, like, I know y'all have all heard the quote. It's like, if you want to change the world, first change yourself. You know what
yeah,
I mean? So in order to change the world and the environment around you, you got to start tapping into yourself. You got to start changing what's happening within you first, because then everything around you changes, because not only has your perspective changed,
mhm,
but the way you treat other people changes, the way you treat
yeah,
your family, your friends, the way you interact. Like Jessica was saying early in this, it was like, the way you interact with even strangers, like the grocery person, the person taking out the trash, whatever. It's like it completely changes. And when you can see people for people and not for what they do, what they can do for you, all of those things, it literally it makes you better, and it
yeah,
makes them better. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's bringing up. There was a post, and I'm going to get this incorrectly to quote it, but there was a post recently that was talking about, if you have a fish that's in a fish tank and it becomes polluted and dirty, in order to heal the fish, you don't you clean out the tank,
Right.
and then he's not going to become diseased, and it's going to revitalize itself, right? So
Yeah.
to me, that's kind of what's happening with
Yes.
humanity.
Change the
Is
environment of the fish.
polluted, yeah, we
Yeah, you
polluted
don't change the fish, you change the environment. Yeah.
exactly. And we've been like changing the fish, you know what I mean? And really, it's changed the environment. And so right now, we're at a pinnacle point where I feel like we're realizing that, number one, we have not been great stewards of the earth, of the planet. We have not done a good job. I think that we do need to go back to the indigenous, apologize, invite them back into conversations, give them back their land. Sorry, I'm going off on another tangent, but they were better stewards than we are, and we just have to admit it. And so that's the excitement, that's the excitement, is that,
Yeah.
you
So
know,
what is something that you can say was your biggest lesson that you learned of 2020?
mm,
Do you want me to go first?
yep.
Okay. Okay, so I would say for me, my biggest lesson of 2020 was literally being in the present moment and being grounded within the present moment. I'm a Taurus, but also, like, I'm very much into astrology, y'all. So I'm going to reference these things on a regular basis. If y'all don't like it, it's okay. You can click off this video. If you already clicked off, it's okay. I'm not worried about you. Anywho, I'm into astrology. I'm a Taurus sun, Virgo rising, and a Sagittarius moon, just to get a little spicy with that shit, obviously. So my Taurus is very stubborn. It's very grounded. It's very set in its ways, like I don't like change as a Taurus. Don't tell me to change. Don't tell me to change my mind. Don't tell me to nothing. I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do because I want to do it, and that's how I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then also there's my Virgo rising, which is basically like, okay, cool. So yes, today is whatever date, but I'm literally like 3 weeks ahead in the next month thinking about what I'm going to be doing then and planning for the future versus living in the present. And so I think that it's really, this year has challenged me, but it's not even challenged me. I'll say it's exercised me, like in terms of like even an exorcism, because it was not in my control. I had no control over any of the things that have happened this year. Like jobs started canceling. We all got everything got shut down, and we were ordered to stay in our house. Basically, that's right back where we are, but it's okay. We're fine now. But yeah, like I initially was like, holy shit, what does this mean? Like my brain went from like 0 to like, I know y'all have seen the emoji where it's like, mind blown, that was literally me this whole year. I had to get comfortable and understand what it meant to live each and every single day for what each and every single day was. And that's it. Not in tomorrow, not in the next week, not in the next month, or even the next year, in today and today only, because I didn't know if tomorrow was even going to happen. Some days, you know what I mean? Not that I got sick, not that anything physically happened to me, but there was just so much going on, so many things happening that I could not continue to wrap my head around the future. And it was giving me more stress. It was giving me more anxiety. And I was like, all right, Jermaine, you got to cut this shit out. This is too much. You got to stop. So I literally was like, all right, what can I do for today and today only? And we'll worry about tomorrow when it gets here. And once I started doing that, I literally stopped having anxiety. I stopped having stress. I stopped having fear. And so I was just able to kind of tap in with spirit, tap in each day, and just take it as it came. Yeah. So what's the lesson that you learned?
Sorry, I had like a little crick in my neck too. I think the biggest one has been neutrality. I've talked about it so many times on the podcast because we hear about that, be unattached. But I'm shocked at the level of neutral that I became in ways that allowed me to be with all sides of any argument. And I was just like, whoa, there's no way that prior to this year, and this is energetic, that there's no way that I would even allow myself to even listen to you beyond this point, because I would associate, you voted for this person, then you must be this, or, you know what I mean? So I really feel like I got to another level of neutrality and really being able to like understand my energy. It allowed me to be more fruitful in that way. Like I can be with so many, even more people. And I do like attract a good amount of people, like just wherever I am, I'm like, hey, very loving, but like, I definitely feel like I can be with so many more conversations, and I don't just energetically shut down now. Like I can definitely engage beyond you saying, I believe this. Before I would have just, okay. Now I'm like, okay, let me hear more. I understand. And I see the beauty in all sides. I see their place. I see why this side is here, and I see the benefit in it, and I see why this, you know what I mean? So I would say like neutrality has been like huge for me this year.
I love it. I love it so much. That's great. It's great because I feel like that has actually even helped me remain neutral too, because you help keep me accountable in life. I swear. And I appreciate you so, so much, girl. Because, girl, look, y'all, when I say I'm ratchet, it's like I go from 0 to 100 real quick. Okay? Like in everything that I do,
But it's great. It's great balance, because sometimes I can be too passive or too resigned, like to the point where I'm like, I know that you don't really bother me in the grand scheme of things, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't hold people accountable for their behaviors. you got some explaining to do. I'm also an AKA, so I could do that.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay to pop off on people sometimes, Jess. It's okay.
It just takes a lot
to be zen. I'm teaching you to pop off. It's okay.
I could get there, but if I have to go there, it's the accumulation of. It means that you really
shit. Yeah, I've never seen you really get mad like that. So I feel like if I were to ever see you pop off on somebody, I would just sit back and be like, "Yep, you deserved it."
That tends to happen. People are like so shocked that they're like,
"Yeah,
whatever you did was just
bad. You did something. You deserved it." I don't know. Me, on the other hand, obviously, if I'm popping off, you might need to just come grab me and be like, "Girl, it's okay. Just go sit in the corner, girl. It's okay. Just let them be crazy. It's fine. Just, you know." Okay, we got one last question. So what is something that you are super proud of, that you want to celebrate from this year? And also, what are you hopeful for 2021?
I'm proud of humanity, believe it or not going as crazy as I think I would have thought they would have. Like, I thought if something like this happened, I thought it was going to be like World War Z. It's going to be the zombie apocalypse. People about to be eating each other. People about to be shooting each other. Like, I got to say, like, I'm spiritual, but I didn't have too much. There's a lot of work to be done. Let me say that. So I'm actually proud of humanity in many different ways, because I think a lot of things is about your intention, whether you wear a mask or not. I think if your intention is good, then I think that's all that matters. What am I looking forward to? Oh God, man, in 2021, I'm looking forward to being able to connect again physically with people that I love without there being any barrier between us. I'm looking forward.
So that you're hopeful.
We're claiming that. Like, if you guys are in the comments, like, claim it, because we're the ones that we're praying to. So we can actually move this whole virus off of the planet. And if you don't believe in it, because I understand that too, believe me, then we have the ability to move the people off the planet who created it, one way or another. So anyway, 2021, I'm just excited for like what we're doing. I'm excited for the freedom and flexibility that the universe has afforded a lot of us, not all of us, unfortunately, but I get to work from home now. So I'm looking forward to maybe moving somewhere for a little bit and relaxing and slowing life down.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. We talked about that a little bit on the podcast. So if you guys haven't listened to the last couple episodes, I would just recommend you just go catch up. You know what I mean? Yes, y'all are in the YouTube land, but y'all got like 35 episodes to catch up on. Y'all are way behind. So please go reference all that stuff. I mean, we appreciate y'all being here so much, more than you know. But for real, just go on episodes. Yeah. You're missing so much. And it's great. They're great. You'll love it. It's an awesome balance between me and Jessica. So, you know, yeah. I guess it's my turn to answer that question. I guess I'm most proud of one of the things that I was saying was my biggest lesson, overcoming some things, like being able to be present, learning to be able to be present in this moment and to not have to live so much in the future. And also understanding that I'm amazing. You know, I can pretty much do any and everything I put my mind to, and not doubting myself, not second guessing myself, not allowing anyone to make me feel less than I am, because I'm a motherfucking queen, an ascended queen. I am the queen, whatever the hell you want to call it. That's me. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? So you can feel however you want to feel about it. I know who I am. What you feel doesn't bother me at all. Anywho, I am in 2021 most looking forward to just seeing how everything evolves. You know, I can't really think too much in the future. I did make a list. Like I said, I'm into manifestation. And I don't do vision boards. Vision boards have never really connected with me. I've talked about this on the podcast. I'm more into manifestation lists where I can get a little bit more specific. But my manifestation list for the rest of this year and into 2021 was completely different than anything that I've ever done. Like, things on that list were like tapping more into spirit every single day, being and living in full gratitude, laughing every single day. And then just kind of tapping into some things like that I am. I just kind of listed off some things that I am in terms of my being and what I hope and desire into finding a partner. That's definitely something I still want and desire, but you know, it's not necessary whether it comes or it doesn't come. If it's Lena Waithe, because obviously, if y'all listen to the podcast, y'all know I have this huge affinity for that beautiful ass being, and she can come sit right on
her lap. Climb that tree.
Come climb this tree. I don't even know how tall she is. She might be short.
She might be taller than you.
I don't know how tall she is. So I actually haven't Googled her. So I don't know how tall she is. I don't know really that much about her because I'm also weird. Like if I ever did like date her or meet her or any of those things, I would want her to tell me about her versus me Googling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't do that. Not as a manifestation tool, just as I just don't know what happens in life. There's like 6 degrees of separation in terms of Lena. Not really even 6. It might be like 1. It's like 1. Like there's people that I know that know her, but you know, I'm not that thirsty. If it happens, it happens. I'm gonna let the universe handle it because your girl's tired. I don't have time. So I'm just gonna sit over here and be cute with my cute little ass self in my little urban jungle, you know, and that's it. So yeah, that's what I want for 2021. Not necessarily Lena Waithe, so y'all calm down. Don't trip shit. It's okay.
I was trying to make it happen.
I mean, if you want to, fine. That's fine. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine. But thank y'all so much for being here. We appreciate y'all. Again, if you haven't listened to our podcast, Ascended Queens on all listening platforms. If y'all want to go follow us on the Instagram. Wow.
You sound like you're 90.
I think I've been in my house too long. I swear, I'm turning into an old ass lady. The Instagram. Wow. Y'all want to go follow us on Instagram? Wow. We are at Ascended Queens. I am at Jermaine Nichols, and Jessica is at the Jessica Spencer. And we will see y'all next time. We appreciate y'all so much for being here. Please check out our podcast, and we'll see y'all.
Peace.